The next one, I'm definitely gonna watch this one.
Oh yes.
It's called Tsundere Akayuku Reiju Lieselotte to Jiku no Endo-kun to Kaisetu no something. And it's Endo and Kobayashi live, the latest on Tsundere Villainess something. And the story itself, it's pretty wacky. It's about Endo-kun and Kobayashi-san. They're high school students. They're in the broadcasting club in their high school. And, you know, like the girl is really into otome games, like dating sims. And she's like telling this guy, hey, you should play this game because the story is super good. It has this many endings. I played all of them. I know all the ins and outs of this game. You should play it and I will start doing comments. And so he's like, okay, I will start because, you know, as you can guess, he has a crush on her.
Oh, okay.
So
of course he'll do it then. Yep.
So they start playing and she is explaining how there is the villainess. Her name is Lieselotte, and she's a complete tsundere. And she is the villainess because she is misunderstood.
Ah, yes.
And as they are, you know, commenting on the game, in-game, the prince suddenly is able to hear those comments, and he's like, are you the gods? And he's like, and they are like,
they're playing at the same time.
Yeah, because they're seeing like the text boxes, and he's like, "Oh, Kobayashi and Endo," and they're like, "What the heck is happening here?" He's like, "Oh, are you the gods? Yeah, I have the ability to listen to the gods. That's from my family." And they're so freaked out, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe we can do something." And so they're like, "Okay, listen, Prince. You know, Lieselotte, she doesn't hate you." Because you know, like his thoughts of like, oh, maybe she's my fiance and she hates me, and she's not the heroine. Like the main girl is like a commoner, you know.
Yeah.
That is very talented, and actually the main girl has to conquer the prince, and you know, bad things happen to the villainess.
Of course.
Most of the time, death.
Oh yes.
So they're like, no. Like, listen. This girl, Lieselotte, she loves you. She's a tsundere. And he's like, what the heck is a tsundere? Like, just look at her. And he's like, she's so cute. He's like, just look at her. Like, she goes all tsundere. Every time that she's just like yelling at you, that she's mad at you, that you think that she hates you, she's actually really worried for you and just wants to spend time with you. And so they're like trying to fix their relationship, and the story goes on how they are telling the prince like, hey, listen, dude, she's just been misunderstood. She just loves you really, really much. And it's a bit cringy, but the story has to develop in a way that Endo and Kobayashi want to find a different ending. One where all the characters are happy, because you know, like one of the endings is like the harem and the reverse harem. And Endo-kun is like, how is that a happy ending? They're gonna have to fight each other to the death or something. And
they're like explaining the endings to.
So he's like, no, a happy ending would be where the prince ends up with the villainess, the main girl ends up with one of the also side characters that dies in all the other endings.
Oh,
sure. Yeah, it's a really wacky story. It's really fun.
That's very fun.